What's going on, everybody? How you doing? Robert Lee TV. How you doing? How you doing? Like I said, I didn't do my lunchtime live today. Had some things that came up, but I'm gonna make sure I do the show. I had, like I said, to keep my content going. And for those individuals that follow me and support me, through Cash App or however you do it, even with the cheers and likes of the lunchtime live, and even the people that come up um, on the show here tonight. I do appreciate you. So I want to put this content out here for you. As you can see in the title, DNA testing now, or DNA testing now, is mandatory in the state of Tennessee for out of wedlock births. In other words, if you are having your child out of wedlock, and you give the father's name, automatically there will be a DNA test done before the father can sign the birth certificate here in my state. So it's a law now. It recently just passed. That was a law that Antonio Perkins and others were trying to push here in the state of Tennessee. Give you a little background on it. The reason why, because there were a lot of men that were, told that they were the father of children and they wasn't married, and that's where you see out of wedlock births. A lot of men were saying that they were not, they were signing birth certificates, and for whatever reason it may be, and it's something that they felt, or some sort of medical reason came up, and something went down where blood needed to be checked, things need to be, to help the child out. Men found out that a child that they had been taking care of for 5 years, 12 years, 18 years, and for some men all the way up to the age of 30, they come to find out that the son or the daughter was never their child. We got some men that have been taken care of, me being a former court officer at juvenile court. We got some men that have been taking care of 2 and 3 children that were never theirs. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that has been cases like that. I stood before and stood up a courtroom, and I heard those cases. You know what I'm saying? Where it was a man, he was just completely devastated. None of the children were his, and it was a total of 3 of them. But here now in my state, it is law now. If you are having a birth, as a woman or a man, you having a child, and you and the woman is not married, mandatory when the child at the child's birth, there will be a DNA test done right then. And if you still want to sign, when you get ready to sign that birth certificate, before your signature goes on that birth certificate, and you are giving, hey, you are the father, there will be a DNA test done. This impacts, like I said, it's going to have a heavy impact now. And I hate, and like I said, for me, I'm going a little bit deeper. I'm gonna go into the side. It's going to have a heavy, deep impact here in my state, at least here in my state, not just in Memphis, Nashville, Chattanooga, Knoxville, all over. It's in my state. It's going to have a heavy impact because, again, socially, yes, we know that sometimes the best man out of all the men is picked. And when I say the best man, the man is doing 40 hours a week is usually the man that's picked. And like I said again, some men have ignored the fact, or hey, they believe that they the only one. And the sister gives you that phone call and tell you the dad, and you happy and everything. And when the baby's born, some brothers have been signed, and well, I won't say all men, but as a black man, I'm just saying brothers but signing those birth certificates, and some, like I said, something comes up down the road, or medical issue or something like that comes up down the road, and you need to check both parents. You need to check the mama, you need to check the daddy for blood transfusions, whatever the case may be. Maybe just simple bone marrow. The child might need bone marrow infusions and stuff like that. So, and men had found out that, hey, this daughter, this son ain't none of mine. Ain't never been, but the man has been paying child support for so many years. Also within that law, it's going to make improvements in the state to where I hadn't read it all the way fully all the way through, but there's pretty much the payment of child support would automatically stop. It ain't gonna take no 6, 7, 8 weeks for the child support payments to stop. If the man finds out he been paying child support for 5 years, 12 years, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna stop. Now I didn't read the law totally in full. I cannot say that brothers that if you once the DNA test is for those brothers that find out the DNA test that was done and the child is not yours. This is prior to the law. Now there's a thing called grandfather. Now, even though this is happening, don't let nobody tell you about grandfather. Well, this was in place before the law was there. Another thing I'm pretty sure of, I can say I'm 90% sure of, with this new law in place, it will be easier now if a man has been paying child support for 5 years, 12 years, 15 years to go ahead and get the DNA testing done. And the brother doesn't have to wait 6, 8 weeks, probably, going on to almost 6 months or better, or paying another year of child support because of DNA testing may be slow coming back, because there's going to be money set aside. So it will be done. It's not somebody gonna be able to come up and say, hey, red tape here, we got a backlog, we got this, we got that. Because like I said, with the new law now, as an unmarried man, me and one of my woman I'm with, hey, like I said, she call me and say, hey, Robert, it is what it is. I'm pregnant now. Okay, well, a brother could go to doctor's appointments and sit you between my legs and rub it on their belly. We doing the birthing classes and everything. At the end of the day, when that child is born, before I sign the birth certificate, they're going to swab my mouth, they're going to swab the mama's mouth, and they can take it back, and they're going to do the DNA test, and they're going to come back to the room. If they don't come back to the room with paperwork saying, with a birth certificate in their hand, I'm going to just make it simple, like I said, old hood way. If they don't come back into the room with the paperwork saying birth certificate and got your name and you done named the child, and hell, maybe I help you name the child. If they don't come back in the room with that paperwork, and that paperwork says, you're not the father, you cannot sign this birth certificate. Ma'am, do you know of anybody else that's father? Because this man here is not the father. Now, some people are going to ask the question, do the brothers still going to do it? But here's the situation behind brothers like that. If you feel that way as a man, it don't matter to you, go ahead and sign the birth certificate. But at least it's in place for those men that may feel like that, hey, look, like I told you, it's true. We got to be real in society. It has been done like that. We got, like I said, my new term, we got lanes. We know there are some women out here that, they got 2 or 3 men running out the house. They got a revolving door at the crib. And somebody pop up pregnant, but she's trying to weigh out which one is the best one. Which one do she think will be there at least 60% of the time? You know what I'm saying? If fuck 50, she looking at 60, 65% of the time. So she gonna say he the daddy. And 9 times out of 10, the man is there. Most of these brothers, when these babies are born, they sign these birth certificates. And like I said again, that's, like I said, we're going to cause some problems in society. Now, one of the things that I think, in my opinion, is going to slow down for my, well, I'll put it like this. I ain't going to say it like that because I'm a man. I'm speaking. Who is that coming in? Let me see. Hey, Johnny Jones, what going on, man? What's up, man? Long time no see here. Stay blessed, brother. No problem, brother. Blessings to you also, brother. And I tell people that all the time. You know what I'm saying? That's the new law here in the state of Tennessee. It's gonna cause the women that in that lane. You gonna take that revolving door down. You finna take that revolving door down. There ain't finna be, like I tell you, check it out, brothers. That you just sit back and watch for a minute. And even some of the sisters is over here in this lane also with me. Just sit back and watch it for a minute. You're gonna see a lot of women stop that revolving door. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna see a lot of that slow down, because see, again, You know, it used to be you could just point the finger at somebody and you could say that's the daddy. And if the dude, if he doesn't feel like it, he got to go through a whole lot of stream. He got to go through a lot of stress. He got to go downtown. He got to get the lawyer. He got to put the $75 on the docket. He got to go through all that. Now some brothers did, but some men just disappear. Period. But again, like I said again, for those brothers, there were some brothers that said, "Fuck it, I don't care. I ain't gonna do that. No, that ain't my baby." And sometimes they may have been true. Maybe something in they system told them that they wasn't. But still, again, like my old background, like I said, man, you know, you get that bitch warrant out, you know, you get that bitch warrant put out for you for contempt. We get you down there, you got to go through all those changes and all that, and you're still trying to fight this, and you're still going to jail for contempt because you had this, but all that's going to come to an end now. Okay, that picking the best man out of the bunch, those days are over in the state of Tennessee. That's gonna put things over there in the woman's coat. Okay, baby. Now, if you gonna have 2 and 3 dudes coming in and out, you gonna have that revolving door. You gonna have it because we still got them around here on town. You know what I'm saying? We, you know, you now they just open this way, but we still got some places out there, man. You touch that door, that revolving door, that spinning door where Steve and Michael and Ricky is coming through that junk. It is what it is, man. You know, those days have been over with. You gonna have to slow down, baby, because like I said again, who you gonna say the dad is? You know what I'm saying? And it, you know, for some women, it don't matter because if she don't say who the dad is, it ain't gonna stop no food stamp. Now, like I said, I'm not saying that it is because I haven't read, because like I said, most of the people that in politics like I am, when you read a bill or a law or whatever, it's long. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of filler. What we used to learn when we went through the police academy, we was taking constitutional law. It's called filler. A lot of this stuff you can boo that out the way. It's just a bunch of filler, but I haven't read the whole law in effect. Let me see some other people. I see my love Tara come in. Hey, baby, how you doing? Absolutely. She says it's absolutely needed. This is good. This will keep both men and women honest, upfront, know who you have. You have men wrongfully paying child support for years for a child that isn't his, and all because a woman told a bald-faced lie. Okay, brother, that's true. You know, it won't show who the face is, but that is true. That's what the law is. Like I said, it's going to change some things now. Like I said, it's going to change some things now on this side. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get to my brother. I'm just gonna give you my opinion. It doesn't mean what it is because I'm no longer in the court system. So I'm just giving you really a citizen's opinion, giving you off of my experience. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, first amount women, speaking as a man, it's gonna slow that revolving door down. You ain't gonna be able to have Michael, Ricky, and Steven coming in and out that house, baby. You just not gonna have that. You just not gonna have that done. Because again, you know, here you are, like I said, for some women, it ain't gonna be for, because like I said, we got laid for everybody. You don't want to be laid up in the hospital and you giving birth to a child, got your mama, grandmamas, aunties, sisters, cousins, everybody in there. And you got whatever brother standing there, he supposed to be coming up here. And here they come back in the room to me, oh, this ain't the dad. And you got all these folks in the room. It ain't gonna be just like you and him in the room. Y'all know how it go. So it's gonna slow down a whole lot of that old mess. That lot of that's gonna go away. In other words, picking the best man, out of the bunch. Those days are over with that. Whoever's got 40 hours a week, whoever owns a business, I got the dude that's doing well that whatever the dude that's got 40 hours a week, dude that's on the business, but I still got my fuck boys over here to the side for whatever reason. Like I said before, I don't know why you think fuck boys a dude that owns a 9 to 5, that's on a 9 to 5 or owns his own business cannot fuck well. I don't know where that come from, but again, all that's go. You got them dudes over here, so you're gonna say, well, look, I'm gonna put the baby on him, and I'm gonna keep fucking these fuck boys over here because this is my type or this is what I like. You know what I'm saying? But you get your ass down there wherever, whether it's Baptist, Methodist, it don't matter. Wherever you had that child at. And understand also now, here's the thing. I tell people this also. I'm giving you a heads up. At home births ain't gonna mean nothing either, because you understand now, with the midwives and everything, this is still up under you. Because the reality is, you're gonna have to. The midwives are going to whoever the father is. If it's an out of wedlock birth, you know what I'm saying? Now you gonna have the option. I ain't gotta put nothing. I ain't gotta put no name down there. But again, I'm talking to the folks in this lane right here. I'm speaking to these folks in this lane. Midwives and this and another, because we still have midwives in 2022. People are giving birth at home. Like I said, people are doing alternative birth. Some women, like I said, women are giving birth in the pool and everything. They're doing all that. These are midwives. You still, up on the Tennessee law, you got to swab the baby's mouth, you got to swab the mama's mouth, and whoever that dad is, and send it to the state. And then a letter gonna come back and tell you he's the father or he's not the father. You see what I'm saying? So it's gonna slow down. So it's gonna slow down this mess where men have been getting in their feelings about being baby put on them, and it ain't their baby. Now over here to my brothers. Don't think because this mandatory DNA testing law is on the books now that you can just go out here and fuck freely and just leave seed everywhere. Because like I said now, even though it's an out of wedlock birth, that does not mean that you ain't the daddy. You see what I'm saying? That don't mean you ain't the daddy. There's no need for you now to pump your chest up and say, I know you a hoe. I know you was fucking these other niggas and this, that. No. Don't let that law fuck you up, dog. It's still, like I said, DNA testing will be done. You see what I'm saying? And regardless of how you feel about it. But I know that ain't my baby. I ain't going up to that motherfucking hospital. I ain't even gonna work. No problem. But if she calls your name, the old law is the old part of the law is still in effect. She call your motherfucking name. She get your motherfucking address. Come here, let me holler at you, man. I need you to open your mouth up. Let me stick this in your mouth. That ain't my. Open your mouth up and let me stick this shit in your mouth. And we're going to compare. We're going to send it out. Well, what about? Oh, no problem, baby. I know if you feel like it's kind of old and this, that, another. Look, mama, bring the baby with you. Mama, open your mouth up. Come on, sweetie, little brother. Open your mouth up. Mm-hmm. Daddy, open your mouth up. Mm-hmm. Put that shit in there and come back. We'll find out. So don't think now, it is a victory for men that have went through the pain. And one of my other sisters, Miss Knox, I saw it on her page, and she was saying this also, and she was talking to somebody, but like she said, man, I had to experience. I know Miss Knox, she's still down there, but like I said, man, it's like I told you, man, when I was there, even Miss Knox said, "Oh, but see the pain in those men's eyes when you in courtroom 5, and the motherfuckers, no, that ain't his child, that." And the dude been paying child support, or the man wanted a son, a man wanted a daughter, and the next thing you know, kind of find out, boom, it ain't your. Yeah, that's painful, man. But like I said, over to my brothers, don't stick your chest out, man. The law ain't. Only thing that the law says now is that when you get that phone call, if you want to say you sure, whatever the fuck. You got the option. You take your ass down there, and when that woman gives birth, they're gonna start doing the DNA check. They're gonna swab your mouth. They're gonna swab hers. If they can do that before she can give birth, they can do it to you. When the baby get here, they're gonna get a sample of the baby's DNA, and it'll be done right. And when they come up to the room, they gonna have they might have the paperwork in their hand, and this doesn't. Here it is, and they might have the other piece of paperwork. They had the other piece of paperwork in the hand said, this is a birth certificate, and here's the results, and this, that, another. Or she just might come in the room with the results in her hand. And that goes back to my sister. So put it like this here. I put it like this here. What this law gonna do, it's gonna stop folks playing with sex, man. It's gonna make you become a grown motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna grow. My group, 30, 40, 50 years old, it's finna grow your ass up real quick. You ain't finna be out here just fucking willy-nilly no more. Because there's always a possibility now. See, a sister ain't gonna put it like this here. A woman ain't only woman's have brothers. Check this out. The woman ain't got you ain't gonna have a couple of years you run off and do all this shit. No, the woman don't even have to pay $75 no more. All she got to do is lay there and take the swab out of her mouth. They got her DNA. When her baby is born, they got the DNA of the child. They just waiting on you, partner. You don't show up, it don't matter. You know what I'm saying? It don't matter. It is what the fuck it is. But it is a good thing for those brothers that have complained about or have went through the pain and had bonded with children and later on found out that the children wasn't theirs. They have paid child support. And like I said, speaking as me, I have never paid child support. But like I said, I understand, man, when money funny, because hell, everybody have bill probably hell, like I said, we all got debts. We all got debt problems now. We all got credit card, whatever KB. We all got that kind of shit going on. You know what I'm saying? And it's already bad enough that you're going through that, and all of a sudden now, here comes somebody talking about you've been paying for a child, you've been doing birthdays, you've been at basketball games, you've been doing all this here, and then you come to find out that's not your legacy. That's not finna that person right there, that little girl or that teenage girl or that grown woman or that teenage boy or that little boy or that grown man. It's not a legacy you leaving on this planet. Yeah, that's a devastating thing. It really is. Kevin, what you saying, brother? This is my brother. Me and Kevin used to work at the prison system. What's going on, brother? Like my brother Kevin said, it'll keep people honest now. It's true. We put it like this here. In my state, you're gonna have to be upfront now sexually. Ladies, you gonna have to let them motherfucker know you ain't the only one I'm fucking. Yeah, that's gonna have to be told. That's gonna have to be going. Well, I can keep that a secret. No, you don't want to. And if you're not using any kind of protection, you don't want to play them guys. Because I'm gonna tell you now, you got to look at this law here because it don't take no time. When this law passed, you best to believe there's some folks sitting right here right now doing it like this here. Well, I know the woman, even though if this man is not the father, there's still EBT, WIC, there's still this and that. And how many times we got, because this files are kept, how many? Oh, she done had 3 of these, and none of these men, she just out here just fucking. Y'all best to get ready. There's going to be some new laws put on the book for public assistance. I'm just putting a prediction out there. Ain't nothing on the book. Ain't now Republican. Ain't now Democrat. Ain't nobody saying nothing. I'm just putting it out there in the wind. You best to stand by for it. Because if this is on the books, we all know, like I said, we hate to say that, but we all know, man, we got a lane of women that's what they're doing. Children have become income. Now that it's mandatory, you don't even have to pay $75 now to get on the docket no motherfucking more. We can take care of that right here in the hospital. We can take care of that right there at Regional 1 at the Women's Hospital. We can take care of that Baptist East out here. We can take care of it out here at Baptist Germantown, Collierville, Methodist North, Methodist Central, Methodist South. We can take care of that. You ain't even got to pay $75 no more. You ain't got to pay $75. We ain't got to do none of that. But like I said, some of these brothers, some of these fuck boys that y'all fucking, they ain't even gonna show the fuck up. So again, and you constantly have one. Here you come with number 2. Here you come with number 3. You best believe there's somebody in the state legislature thinking like, okay, this is gonna open up the door so we can tighten the regulations or the rules on public assistant in the state of Tennessee. You watch and see what I tell you. In a couple of years, you're gonna hear somebody telling you they are finna revamp, they finna tighten the laws. You finna start hearing conversations about public assistance. Why? Because again, we got a lot of well, you trying to keep this nigga off the books. You getting the public because we got some women like that. They know the man is the father of the child, but they fuck with dude fuck with them. They don't want to fuck him up or whatever case. Don't mean they live in the house. Some women are doing it like that. They keeping that shit a secret. You better understand. They finna tighten them rules up like a motherfucker in the state of Tennessee. You best be you. I'm giving you that prediction. I'm telling you. And when it happens, it ain't gonna be 10 years down the road, y'all. It ain't finna be 5. I say in the next 2 to 3 years, you're gonna hear something coming out of my state talking about the laws about to change, or there's going to be some tightening of the rules and the regulation for receiving public assistance in this state. I guarantee you, because see, his situation here in this state, since it's mandatory for out of wedlock births. In other words, $75 ain't, like I told you, $75 ain't on the front end. I'm not saying later, but on the front end, $75 that for them cases down on the docket at juvenile court, they finna lose some money. Because see, now you ain't got to wait for the woman to get out the hospital, get the baby together, get it together, and mama and somebody bring her ass down there and we can get, no. We can do it right here, right now. Federal dollars is finna drop the fuck off. You see what I'm saying? Federal dollars is finna drop. So what they finna do is, since those federal dollars finna drop, what they finna start doing is they finna target that lane of motherfucking women that are out there that are using children as income. They're gonna be like, well, wait a minute now, you done gave birth to 3 motherfucking children. One of them, you dude wasn't the dad, and these last 2, you don't know who the fuck the dad is. Hold the fuck up. We finna hold up on this public assistance. We finna cut some shit back. And I'm just being silly. I'm just saying, instead of you getting 2 gallons of getting two gallon things of milk around this motherfucker, you finna only get 1. You see what I'm saying? Instead of getting 5 packs of cheese, you only finna get 3 around this motherfucker. They ain't finna start fucking with that. They finna start cutting them food stamps too. Well, I got 3 children. Well, where the motherfucking dad is at? You out here fucking, you just out here having sex and nigga just dropping babies in your ass and shit. We need somebody to pay the state back. You got this child over here in this nice little daycare. You got the food stamps rolling. You got this Section 8 rolling. You got all these benefits rolling. But you know what, baby? Ain't nobody. We ain't get our money back. Well, that's what the taxpayer. Well, that's what the baby daddy for when it comes to child support. Part of his child support goes toward reimbursing the state for that child to go to that lovely daycare center. For that child to go, for you to receive that AFDC, that WIC, and all that. That's what that's for. So a lot of ladies, like I said, when I said ladies, you don't have to pay, but on a whole, I guarantee you within 2 to 3 years, you're going to hear something coming out in my state, in the state of Tennessee. There's going to be some laws changed around public assistance because now you have mandatory DNA testing. So federal dollars, like I told you, now that they come in, federal dollars is finna stop. Okay, well, y'all ain't got that many, dude, and we can't send. I'm just gonna make up a number. We can't send $1.6 million down there. We can send you 500,000 now. We can probably send you 600,000, but you don't need that no more because again, here it is, mandatory DNA testing. There's no way that you can't force you could. It used to be back in the day, man. She said that's the daddy, and the man had to go through hell and high water. I know she fucking somebody else. I know there was another dude there. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Dude put his name on his book, and he had to go through at least 3 to 5 years to prove that child wasn't his. And now, like I said, I haven't read the whole bill, and I might have to get with Antonio in the inbox and just have a conversation with him. But I haven't read the whole law, and it might be on his page. So I probably could, or I can go to the Tennessean and pull the whole bill and read it. But I'm pretty sure it that judge, yeah, man. It's going to be some things put on the books, man. So that's why I said sexually, things are finna change in the state of Tennessee. Let me see what this other Facebook user, like saying that this is going to bring majority change in all government entitlement assistance programs. This will completely change how women receive benefits. Yes, sir. Maybe that, what my baby said, Tara said, maybe that will allow for some of these benefits to go to others and others in need. Possibility. A lot of people are saying that now. I mean, like I said, I'm just giving you my opinion and this, that, and another. Just like the Facebook user, they not showing the face of the name or whatever. But that's a part of it. Yeah. I mean, the federal dollars that used to go to the child support system or enforcement system here in Tennessee, gonna lose money now. Cause like I said, I'm gonna keep it just simple. Like I told you, they said that there ain't gonna be no need, but I'm not saying you still not gonna have what court docket? It ain't gonna be a whole lot of $75 being dropped off. Cause it done it. You don't have to show up in court. We can do it right here, baby. Once we take that upper door out your back and everything, we ain't even, like I said, I'm just giving it that way. That ain't even gonna happen. When you walk your ass in there, they're gonna get the DNA off of you. Yeah, baby, your belly big as hell. You in pain. You hollering, yeah, thank you. Put the shit in the tube and wait. This is the dude over here. This light-skinned, dark-skinned, 6'6" motherfucker, 5'10" motherfucker, the 180-pound motherfucker, the 300, 400 pound. Okay, open your mouth up, bro. Swoop. And you can stay there and rub on her head, brother, all you want to. I'm just saying. It's gonna come back. They come back. Well, you the dad. Well, you want to say the birthday? Here it is, say the motherfucker. And you can talk right now. I saw one person talking about, well, there's gonna be some limitation there because there gonna be some inaccuracies on the DNA testing. Now, let me say this. As far as my knowledge, I wish I had my friend Dr. Jameson out of California was on here. So I'm gonna do it layman. Less than 1%, and not even a full percent, less than 1% of DNA testing when it comes to the legitimacy of a child, the parentage of a child. Very seldom does it come back, it's wrong. Very seldom does it come back saying 89%, 87%, 76%, inclusive and this, that, no, very, very seldom. Now, some brothers, I have seen brothers in the courtroom want to argue 98.7%. They want to argue 97.6%. These are some, I'm just saying. In other words, it's still high 90s, but since it ain't saying 99.99.999, some brothers are feeling that way. You know what I'm saying? I done seen brothers in court. I done stood there with my hands behind my back and do want to, lawyer talking about it's 97.3. It's 96.7. It's all those, high numbers. And he want a DNA test redone. Sometime when the DNA test come back, if it's 96, it'll come back 98.2. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it happens. So, but again, for those brothers that have actually, this is something that they're going through. This is something that's going to help them out in the long run. And like I said before, when I first did the video on it, and I think I did it at lunchtime, if I wasn't mistaken, when I did it at lunchtime, and stuff, I got, a lot of men responded to it and this, that, another. But, like I said, man, the only way that this bill got passed a lot of times, like I said, A lot of men, I'm pretty sure, Tony gonna put the numbers out there. A lot of men, if you didn't go, it was a lot of folks, they was being flooded. And that's why I tell brothers all the time, it's just people as in general, you won't change, man. You got to unify, man. Brothers got, I mean, if you, since this law passed, if you want this law to pass, man, you just can't sit there, man, and this is something that you need and you want for yourself for protection of a man, and all of a sudden now y'all don't want to say it, y'all don't want to support Antonio Parkinson, and he's trying to push the thing through. It's a benefit for y'all, and especially for brothers that are not married. And you, like I said, you out here, you doing what you're doing. But again, just like I told the sisters, a lot of you brothers finna tighten up. Because like I said, man, it ain't finna, you ain't got to, like I said, think about it's the reverse now. See, you used to have to wait till your court date came up at that time. You see, you do understand the Department of Children Services can issue bitch warrants. You do understand that, right? Just because your ass don't show up at the motherfucking hospital, you ain't there. She give your name. She know where you live. Just doesn't. She got all that information. You ain't gotta wait till we get to no motherfucking courtroom to issue out a warrant for your arrest. Department of Children Services can't. You see what I'm saying? That's why I tell brothers, go in my, I'm just talking about my state. I ain't talking about nobody. Go. That's why I tell brothers, go on the juvenile court website, man. Even if you ain't got a child, you ain't ever go on the website, man. Download the pamphlet, the book, not pamphlet, booklet that will explain the child support laws and how shit goes here in the state of Tennessee. Well, Rob Lee, I ain't got to worry about this shit. But you ain't wearing no condom. You say you don't have to worry about that booklet. You don't have to worry about that pamphlet and shit. But you is having sex without a condom, right? And that gal that you leaving that seed in right here, she ain't on no pill. She ain't handing you no condom either. She ain't used no dam. She ain't used nothing. She ain't used no sperm. And she ain't sprayed nothing up in there, foamed it up or nothing like that. That shit. You see what I'm saying? So don't, like I told you, both men and women, like I said, I started with my sister because as a male, speaking to my sisters and shit, both of y'all, don't get jazzed in that because this up here that. You know what I'm saying? Like I tell you, I put my little, shit, Tara, you know what, Charlie, man, I already know you got another nigga and shit. You ain't finna put that baby on Rob Lee, man. I ain't studying that shit. Tara could be like, okay. Because you best believe the women reading this law. These, like I told you, when I said download shit, these women finna get with folks and learn what this law is, what they can and what they can't do. You better understand that. But that's why Tara know my name, know where I work at, know what I do all this shit. No problem. Turn that shit up. He's the father. He didn't want to do a DNA test. He don't want to say, okay, well, I know he is. Okay. And Tara might know, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Nigga think he getting away from something? Well, man, I ain't been to court yet. Department of Children Services, dog. See what I'm saying? That's what happened. Department of Children Services, Department of Human Services. But more than likely, the Department of Children Services has issued a bitch warrant for your arrest. Come here. But DNA testing, mandatory. You're not married. You and Tara ain't married, is it, Robert Lee? No. Mm-hmm. So you violating a state law. Come here. People think this is just no. You violating a state law. Come here. Mm-hmm. Guaranteed. Put it like this here. On the TCA code, it's gonna be a 39 code. It's gonna be under the criminal code. It's not gonna be up on the 55 for traffic and shit. It ain't gonna be up on the 65 for civil and shit. It's gonna be up on the criminal 39. It's gonna be up on the 30. You watch and see what I tell you. When they finish everything, the law done passed. Like I said, when I go see it, it's gonna be 39, 15, 21, some shit like that. It's gonna have that 39. It's gonna be on the criminal statute. Because, like I said, some brothers gonna get jazzy. Or I'm gonna keep, like I said, I was using my little Tara on this month. Like I said, Tara, yeah, I'm fucking shit out, Tara. Tara having a baby, yeah, okay. Man, man, what y'all are doing, man? I ain't been in no motherfucking courtroom. How the fuck they no? She said, you that be your ass here. Open your mouth up. State law, you and Tara ain't married. It's mandatory. We got to do it. She ain't got to have no motherfucking court date. We got to do this. It's state law. Open your mouth up, cool. We'll see. You said age okay. We'll see. You and Tara will know if you the father. Y'all know. It is what it is. So for this law here, that's what I'm saying. It's a good thing. I'm glad that it did pass. I'm glad that brothers did help State Representative Antonio Parkinson by calling your own state representative. Besides telling flooding these folks, whether Republican, Democrat, Independent, flooding these folks' box and getting the law passed to help out some brothers. Because again, this is about to change sex in the state of Tennessee. 30, 40, 50 years old. And why I said 50, because you got some 50-year-old men out here. Some of your gals are between 35. Some of your girls are between 30 and 41. They have been 41 having children. So that's why I said 50, because there's some men out here, they gal is 40 and they 52, 53. Yeah, that's going on. They gal is 33 and he 53 and shit like, yeah, that's going on. Out here, it's going on. So don't think you finna get, like I told you ain't finna get jazz out here now. Sex is about to change. Instead of like one of the people on this broadcast still on the show tonight, like I said, it's gonna, like my brother Kevin Phillips said, hey man, it's finna make folks be honest. Let me see what the other Facebook call. Good point, but I highly doubt it. The feds are always looking for ways to cut the budget. I think I know what he's talking about. Question: do you think the change will possibly help by making families stick together, since the mother and the father will both know together? Well, when I understand what the part about family touched on there. Let me put it like this here. Like I told you, sex is about to change. People are not gonna play. They just not gonna be out here fucking now, because see, too much. It's too much embarrassment and too much drama that can come behind this shit. And for those, would it bring the family structure back together? It probably will. It have a good chance for certain couples, not all couples, but for certain couples. They doesn't mean they're not gonna walk down the aisle. Doesn't mean that that's gonna. But the dude gonna be there. You see what I'm saying? He gonna be there because he know now, without a shadow of doubt, that's my child. But don't that mean that just don't? No, we ain't talking about the person here. We ain't talking about the other dude. He might stay. That might bring a woman and a man together and to make that family structure. Because see, family structure now, society-wise, the green piece of paper and the old English writing and the white background with this name and how old the fuck you is, how old she is, there's that. But family, if me and the woman is together, we raising a child, that's family, man. That's mother, father, and child. Yeah, we can get into the religious thing about living in sin and all that, but still at the end of the day, when that child wakes up in the morning and girl or boy running through that motherfucking house and they push that door open and holler mama and daddy, they're going to see a man and a woman laying in that bed with each other. May not be no birth certificate, may not be no marriage license there, but when that child pushes that door open and holler about, hey, look, hey, mama, hey, dad, there go a man, there go a woman laying there, and the man that's in that bed is his or her father, and we know what time it is with the mama. It is what it is. So it will bring together families. But in other words, man, like I said, to even go a little bit deeper into what you were saying, it's also gonna make more, like I told you, it's finna change it up, man. A lot of dudes out here, man, not all of them, but like I said, some of these dudes finna get out of this lane or just fucking. They finna come over to this lane to being a little bit accountable, man. They finna come over to this lane, man. They finna stop faking the funk, buying magnums and shit. They finna buy the motherfucking condoms that fit them. They finna come out of that bullshit lane. They finna come over here to this lane. You finna be more responsible, because I'm gonna tell you now, You ain't got to wait. And like I said, here's the thing. Like I tell brothers all the time, here's the paperwork from the thing. Here's paperwork from the hospital. Oh yeah, you the daddy. So she keep a copy of that paperwork when she go down there with 75. We ain't gonna be in court long. We don't need to do it at. They did it at the Med. They did it at Baptist. They did it at Methodist. Here's the signature of the midwife. I mean, and she submitted DNA for testing, and this. You the dad. All we need to talk to you about is what you finna pay. That's what time it's finna be, y'all. And like I said over here with these sisters and shit. Yeah, baby, I tell you, about 2-3 years. Just making sure for those women that's in that lane, for those women that been making these motherfucking children motherfucking income and shit, that shit, there's finna be some tighten up schools, because see, there's no way to get the money now. The dollars finna go away. The dollars, that's their argument. Their argument was about the dollars going the fuck away. But yeah, that money finna roll up, man. So now it is what it is. We got to find some way of getting it back. We got to find some way. And like I think Tara was asking, the money can go to the elderly and stuff like that. Well, again, I know what Tara was saying. That's the same thing I said with men. For those that feel like the seniors in the state or other, for autism, all those different things. If you know that, hey, this money's not going over here no more, what y'all finna do with it? We got this money surplus over here. It is, like I said again, just like I said with Antonio, it's time to pick up the phone and let these folks know, hey, these seniors need this money. Hey, the disabled needs this money. We need to put more money into it, because like I said, some states are better with their veterans than they are in other states. There are different things that we can demand that we can get our hands on that's going to change things for things that we see. But just on this particular one here that I spoke on tonight, yeah, I had to go ahead and put this on the show tonight and get that content out here. And I appreciate those individuals that interacted on me here with my friend Tara, my brother Kevin, like I said, my brother, like we said, Penafon for life. You know what I'm saying? He a family member, gonna be like that for life. And other people that had commented on this, and even people that may comment on YouTube. But like I said, here in the state of Tennessee now, DNA testing is mandatory for out of wedlock births. Right now, it is mandatory. There ain't no such thing as you don't have to know. Fine. And like I told you again, for me, for the women that are gonna play that role, they're gonna say that they don't know who the dad is. That's gonna keep stacking up. And the state gonna be like, hold up, man, we got to get somebody, man, because this is a law. We ain't got nobody to test. She claims she don't know who the daddy is. Okay, man, we gotta do something, man. We gotta cut back on this WIC. We gotta cut back on this child care. We gotta cut back on all this different shit. Who is that coming in? Hey, Miss Bo, hey, how you doing, babe? But that's it is. And that's what finna happen. I guarantee you. Now, like I said, there ain't nobody talked about that, but I guarantee you, in 2 or 3 years, and I'd be seriously surprised if it takes 5. But between 2 and 3 years here, you finna see some changes to the public assistance laws, or the accessibility to public assistance, or the things that you'll be able to get from public assistance, just because this law is on the books. Because like I said, we have always had that situation where some women trying to say the dude, she don't want to pay child support. She don't want him to run off, but the nigga ain't doing, well, okay, you ain't got to put him on child support. It is what it is. Keep birthing these motherfucking children. The state finna say something to you. They finna open up their mouth and they finna say something to you. So again, for my sisters, that revolving door is finna stop. Brothers, y'all need to understand that you might still have, but that lane is finna get real clear now. You just ain't gonna be able. I'm telling you, these sisters, I guarantee you, brother, these sisters, once this sits in, it may take another month here, because I'm putting it on my page, and other people put it on their page. It may take a minute. Or hell, you know, but like I said, it's gonna take a minute. But okay. Some of you dudes, you've been used to going over, dropping off seed and shit. Some of these women finna lock up, man. I ain't saying that they're not gonna have sex, but some of these women finna lock up, man. There ain't finna be no 2 or 3 dudes between their legs, man. Because they know what's coming. I'm telling you, man. That's why it's real. I tell people all the time, man, as a man to other men, y'all better pay attention. Look how I guarantee, like I said, I guarantee when this live is shared and this, that, another by other people. When I said, brothers, go to the juvenile court website and download the booklet and just download it. You got to print it at home. You go to the library, whatever. Download the booklet so you understand the child support laws and this, that, and another, and how shit gone. Some dudes gonna ignore me like a motherfucker. But these motherfucking women, my sisters, my black sisters, these intelligent ass women, this ain't no cap. People know, they follow me, know this ain't no cap. These intelligent ass black women, you best to understand they getting that law. They finna learn that motherfucker. Oh, it's mandatory now. If I have a baby out of wedlock, some women gonna know that law all the way down. They finna learn every loophole. They finna find everything they can. So that's why I tell brothers, man, some of these sisters out here, you know, it ain't finna be no 2, 3 dudes knocking them off. They finna stop that revolving door, dude. And like I told you, brothers, man, stop that bullshit. Don't think, man, now that you got this law in the book, a bench warrant can still be issued for you. Just because you ain't went to juvenile court, do not think that a bench warrant cannot be issued for you. It starts at the hospital. It starts at birth now. You know what I'm saying? Paternity starts at birth. It ain't starting at juvenile court. It starts in the state of Tennessee. It starts at birth. They gonna open up they gonna swab the woman's mouth. They finna swab your mouth, and they finna get DNA from that child. And before that woman comes up out this hospital, somebody's name is either gonna be this. Somebody they're gonna tell you are the father or you're not the father. That's what it before that woman walks up at that hospital. Yeah, that's finna go there. That's what the law is. Before that woman go the fuck home, they ain't finna go home and then you get no. Before you go home, we know how it go. The Social Security card, birth certificate, all that shit got to be signed before you walk the fuck up out this hospital. So it ain't finna be no slow ass minute. No. So brothers, understand that sex in the state of Tennessee about to change. So some of you fuck boys here come another slowdown. You gonna start nosing these women they ain't finna let you jump up and down because they don't want that personal embarrassment. See, it used to be you like I said, you could go into the courtroom, the only people that's there just like folks like you. But see, when a baby's being born, mama in the hospital, big mama in the hospital, sisters in the hospital, favorite motherfucking uncles, nieces and nephews, all them motherfuckers are in the room. And don't no woman want to be laying there and them folks walk in with just one, like I showed you, like I did at first. They don't want nobody to walk in the room like this here with just this piece of paper in their hand saying, well, where's the shit where's the stuff for the birth certificate and all that? He's not the father. Here you go. Now, you know, you can still sign the Social Security card, you the mama. But here you go. So you think you think now that you still gonna be able to go across there and this, that, and another and jump up and down that ass like you used to? I'm telling you, man, that's gonna be the newest thing on social media. You finna say, I start hearing a lot of women talk about that. They ain't dropping that ass off to 2 or 3 dudes no more. That shit finna start. Just like you saw Murray, you are the father. That ain't even on TV no more. They cut that shit out this year. As a matter of fact, it no longer airs. All you're going to see is rerun. That shit is over with. Just like here in the state of Tennessee. Ain't no more motherfucker guessing no more. We finna find out at birth. We ain't finna find out in juvenile court no more. And let me see some people came in. I'm in here real quick. She said it needs to be done in all 50 states. Hey, Tan, baby. Hey, thank you. She said it needs to be done in all 50 states. Well, like I told you, I'm gonna give you an answer to that. Chara says some money needs to go to people with illness like diabetes and receiving assistance. Yep. But just like I said, Tara, baby, if that's something that you feel, if you got sisters and brothers that's something y'all into, find out who your state representative first. Find out who your city councilman is. Find out who your county commissioner is. Okay. Then you find out who your state representatives are. You see what I'm saying? And start flooding their ass. Hey man, we need more money toward diabetes. We need more money toward mental illness. We need more money toward make these individuals, because this is exactly how this law passed. You had men flooding them goddamn, whether Republican, Democrat, Independent, where they were flooding that motherfucker. Man, you need to pass that junk. You know what I'm saying? You need to pass that. And man, and it got passed. And to what my love Tanya was saying on here right now, she said it needs to be done in all 50 states. Don't worry, baby, it probably will. Because every state, it's sometimes you have to be the blueprint. Sometimes the state will sit back, just like when they legalized marijuana up in Colorado, people want to sit back and see how the money flowing, how is it going, what the hiccups is. Let them air that shit out. Understand? Put it like this here. Tennessee versus Gardner. Every federal law enforcement agency, every state agency, every local agency, every sheriff department, every fucking security guard, right here in the state of Tennessee, what is called deadly force or the use of force policy that governs law enforcement agencies, whether federal, state, or local, and even it covers private entities like security companies, this and another. All 50 states have one. The use of force policy. The use of force policy comes from state of Tennessee. Tennessee versus Gardner. That's the use of force policy. If you violate Tennessee versus Gardner, I don't care where you at in the United States, as a police officer, your ass finna go to jail. It is what the fuck it is. That's your foundation. When you do your use of force policy, state of Tennessee. So it could, like Tennessee, it could be the same thing. It could be the same thing. All 50 states finna adopt this. You know, it depends on, like I said, the state, how much money they're gonna lose federally coming into their state, if they willing to do it or not. But again, if enough men, just like they did here in the state of Tennessee, enough men band together, oh yeah, it could be in all 50 states. Let's see what Tanya said. Let me say, it's so unfair to men when a woman waits years until they decide to share who the father is. Yeah, the woman decides to go to court, and the court makes the father pay back child support back from the birth. Yep. That my sister just gave you something. That's why I tell brothers now, sex finna change, man. Cause it is what the fuck it is. Yeah, I mean, it can happen that way. It's so unfair. I know what she's saying, but again, you trying to hire this nigga that you know probably is the baby dad, but this dude over here doing the 40 hours a week. This dude got their own business, a little bit more responsible than this fuck boy that you got. That's coming through just giving you a wet ass. That's all he doing. And like my sister said, some of those brothers, why a lot of you women after you, y'all talk about I protected you and I kept your ass out of child support, and you gonna call me a bitch, you gonna call me, you know why he called one? Because why did you bring my name up, baby? Let me keep knocking your pussy off. Because when he walk up in that courtroom, oh, the boy 10, when was he born? Well, bro, I'm gonna tell you right now, we're gonna be nice to you. And I wish my sister Miss Knox was on here. But like I said, sometimes you need other folks to verify what you're saying. Oh, the boy 10, you about 8.5 years in the rear. What are you gonna pay in child support? Pop on J tab real quick, man. Judge sitting back. Oh well, man, you already $15,000 in the rear. Okay, now we're gonna start here. We're gonna tack on so you can take care of that arrearage on top of your child support. Cause see, you really is the daddy. You been and got away for 10 years. So we ain't gonna fuck with you for 10 years. We're gonna give you 8.5 years times what he was supposed to pay. Okay. 15,000 in the real, 12,000 in the real. If you really got some money, cause a fuck boy don't have to be unemployed or nothing like that. Fuck boy could have money in his pocket. Nigga could easily be 25,000, 35,000, 40,000 in the real. Child already 10. Okay, nigga, you just start paying your child support now. We're gonna tack a little bit this onto it to help you with your arrearage. Shit is about to get ignorant in the state of Tennessee sexually between men and women. Not and like I said, for me, for the good. But also again, on the bad side of this shit, a lot of these fuck boys, you might not have a lot of doors to knock on because he wasn't finna think, man. A lot of these women, man, they gonna start having in this particular life, they finna probably just have maybe one, maybe two dudes between their legs. It ain't finna be this 2, 3. You ain't gonna be able to go down here and just do it willy nilly, man. No, not like you used to. Because he went back, like I said, that personal embarrassment. You got all the family around motherfuckers in there with a pink or blue motherfucking balloon. And the motherfucker wait there, a private moment. You know what I'm saying? And some of these nurses don't give a fuck about who in the room. Here's some paperwork you need to read. And Big Mama and Mama and them need to pick it up. She over here laughing, y'all playing with the baby. Big Mama reading that paperwork. Ricky ain't the daddy. Girl, what is this about? Show it to you. Oh yeah, baby, it's finna get tight in the state of Tennessee. So we're gonna have to, like my brother Kevin Phillips said, you're gonna have to be honest now. If like I said before, my love Tara. If Tara gotta do me and Tara was dating this aside dating, Tara gonna have to let me know about that other dude now. I'm gonna have to let her know about that other girl. Or if I'm multiple dating, if I'm going out with other women and she gonna have to let me know if she going out with other men, we're gonna have to keep it 100 now. You can't pin the tail on the donkey no more, baby. Them days is over with, state Tennessee. We gonna find out at birth who the baby daddy is. We ain't got to wait no more. We can find out that like I said, we can find out that the day that child is born. We ain't gotta go in the courtroom. We gonna find out right there in that bed, right there in that room. That's when the fuck we finna find out. Ain't no judges finna be in there. Ain't no lawyers finna be in there. None of that shit finna go on. We finna find that out. But to clarify it again, it's mandatory testing in the state of Tennessee for out of wedlock births. This has nothing to do with individuals that are married. This is only for individuals that are not legally, or, like I said, some people, like I said, state sponsored, whatever, however, you can woke, whatever. This has to do with people that are not married. If they're not married at the time, like I said, I'm just saying, I know how it's gonna read at the time of birth. A DNA testing will be done. So in other words, keeping it simple instead of doing illegal eagle. When you get your ass in there, they're gonna swab your mouth. They're gonna swab her mouth. Once that child comes out here, they're gonna get DNA from that child. They're gonna do the testing right then. Are you the father? That's how it's finna go. What you said, Tard, I'm finna end it here. See, one of my sisters said, they don't care. They probably, baby, I think you were talking about when you was talking about about the money. So they do. We just have to make them care. Because at first, men thought that about this law. They don't care. A lot of men thought that shit about this law. Well, they don't give a fuck about us men. They still like, no, here go the law. Only reason why the law passed, you got to push it. So a lot of times, ladies, you got to do the same thing. Or anything that we want, man, we got to push for it. Like I said, we talk about, I'm going to get off the subject, but we talk about we want reparations. All black folks ain't unified behind reparations. You don't even have 50% of the population of the African American community here in the United States of America that's for reparations. That's why you don't see it. But in the Jewish community, All you damn near had 100% of the Jewish community was for reparations. 100% in the Japanese community. And we could go on and on and on and on and on that they unpaid reparations to. And when you go see who everybody was for it, but in the black community, man, you ain't even got 50% that's for reparations. That's why we won't see that, man. But if you don't show them they don't give a like I told you, if you don't give a fuck, I'm gonna do what the fuck I want to do. That's just how I go. I'm gonna do what the hell I want to do because you don't give a fuck. So as long as I can take care of that, that's what I'm gonna do. But I appreciate everybody tuning in to Robert Lee TV. Like I said, if you love your brother, help a brother out. You know, like I said, but people that know me, like I said, this has nothing to do with the Chromebook, has nothing to do with green screens, no clothes that you see, anything that you give me, I'm using it to build the brand. That's what I'm doing for. You ain't putting no gas in my car. You ain't paying no light bills. You ain't doing none of that. I'm gonna start doing my people. I always keep putting my cash app out there. So it is what it is, and it's going to take at the bottom of the screen. It's to help build bigger things out here and do some other things. But like I said, now, baby, y'all ain't feeding me or nothing like that. You ain't helping me with no dates, none of that. You ain't helping me with that. That's to help build this brand. And I would appreciate it if it's nothing but $1, 50 cents, whatever you want to give a brother. They got my cash app at the bottom of the screen. You can donate to my cash app. But I appreciate everybody tuning in. Like I said, go look it up. I'm pretty sure the news. What time is it now? It's after 10:30, but you can catch it on your. We got these smartphones. You can go and read it. You can go to the Tennessean. You can pull the bill up, and you can read the bill. You can see the comments or whatever on it. But like I said before, now in my state, it is mandatory that DNA testing be done on all out of wedlock births. Men must know if they are the father of a child before they will be allowed to sign a birth certificate. If you're not the father, you do not sign a birth certificate. Regardless of what the mama can lay there and hoop and holler and scream and I'm pretty sure they're gonna do 2 or 3 tests if you ask. But baby, by the test, it says that the baby the fuck ain't healed. So it is what it is. He don't have to sign this motherfucker unless he chooses to. And if you do that, hey, she go to you, hey, you signed it. They told you at the court that it wasn't yours. What you signed it for? You see what I'm saying? That's why I tell ladies, don't think these dudes finna just willy-nilly now sign these chat. What you said, Charles, before I get off here? No, I mean men and women mindset would have to change. That would stop that activity. But but people just care for the moment. Yeah. But baby, all we can do is put the information out there. The things that you share on your page, hey, all I can do is put it out there. You know, I'm talking like you, baby. All you can do, Tara, can only put it on her page. If you get it, you get it. If you want a little explanation, Tara break it down for you. But like I said, now I'm gonna pull my baby Tara out the way. How I do it, me and Tara just like I'm gonna put this shit out here on just like this live. I'm gonna put it out here. You can go check and see what law. Go look, go check it. If you still want to debate, you still want to bitch, it don't change the fact it's a law now. I'm not gonna debate with you no more. I'm not gonna try to make you. Here it is. You can go back and go in the archives and go read what you said. But now I'm finna go on over here. I done gave you the information. Like I said, told the brothers, you best to download. If you're gonna be out here doing all this fucking, you better download the booklet from the Shelby County, Memphis and Shelby County Junior Court, so you know how the shit go. Because this new law in effect, I guarantee you some shit. These women finna read this law, they finna know it backwards and forward. So you brothers better get about your bid. But like she said, if your mind don't change, don't change. I can't worry about that, man. I can't worry about that. I don't sweat that shit. Okay. You don't, okay, bye. I done gave you the information. If you still gonna do it like you doing it out here all the time, do what you do. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna talk to you no more. Like I said with my sister, if your ass want to keep Ricky and all them, okay, baby, maybe you can take the embarrassment. Maybe you ain't got a mama, big mama that's gonna be at the hospital. Well, maybe because there's some sisters in that situation. But for a lot of sisters, big mama, aunties, everybody finna be in the motherfucking room. You don't need that shit. That's finna cut out a lot of outside, like I said again, gonna cut out a lot of outside shit. Cause some women, you having babies by dude, but you got this man up in the house with you. You know what I'm saying? But you having a baby by this dude out here, a lot of that shit finna cut out. Because that's going to cut down and just to mess back motherfuckers finna think. Finna start using your motherfuckers. You finna see a gradual level up to the next thing, starting to be accountable sexually out here, especially in my state. Because it ain't the same no more. You can't pin it on a dude, and man, you just can't drop your seat and walk the fuck away. Because I guarantee you, Department of Children's Service and Department of Human Services will be able to issue warrants from the bench. They still doing it. I know it ain't changed, but I'm gonna pretend like they just not doing it. Maybe that'll make you go, like my sister Tara was saying, maybe it'll make you go look it up. You ain't finna get away with shit. Don't think you are. But I appreciate everybody tuning in. I'll holler at you.